Yeah, I'm just walking around like I always do this day of the week. Tomorrow's my day off. I just stopped in at a bar, asked them if they sell non-alcoholic beer. I'm looking for a sports bar that sells non-alcoholic beer, which would be really nice because I want to go into a sports place and watch like Eagles games and Celtics games and drink a gosh damn non-alcoholic Stella Artois. Is there such a place? But just interesting. It's interesting. There's just like one perspective to look at life is my arms are tired. I'm switching back and forth. Is just how everything's such a life is like perhaps one of the secrets to life is just realizing everything is such a perspective. Like everything, because like no matter what your perspective, it has its pros and cons. Like like I'm all alone walking down the street, and then a couple walks by and looks at me and kind of laughs at themselves and thinks, "Boy, I'm glad we're us and not that person who's all alone." But it's like being in a relationship has its pros and cons too, and being not in a relationship has its pros and cons too, you know. Um, the better way to look at things is not like if you're like the toxic mind, everything's a competition, and then life becomes this the grass is always greener thing, and you're never going to be satisfied, so being thankful and remembering everything's a perspective is always going to do the trick, except there's one more twist. Those are kind of cliche. The other twist is always be able to see the beauty in everyone and everything, that way, like you see like a super beautiful sexy young woman walking with a really hot guy, and and most people like envy the woman, like, wow, she's like so beautiful and so perfect and everything like that. But that is fantastic. Like, wow, women can be so beautiful, and it's like, wow, you are so beautiful. But like, what would you rather be, a, a young beautiful woman walking down the street with a hot guy, or a not nearly as attractive woman with a really sweet, nice husband, and you've got a fantastic relationship, or just a boyfriend and you've got a really fantastic relationship? Neither of you are the best looking people in the world, but you've just really got a good friendship and a good relationship, and the sex is really good, and just like it's like you have all the other stuff, and you're not like ugly or anything like that. You're just maybe both kind of average or something, you know there's that perspective. I think I definitely would, like, if you look, like, when do you ever see relationships with really beautiful people work out, and if you've ever dated a really good looking person, that you have a fantastic evening with them, and then you find out, maybe even later that same day or the next day, they had another of the exact same experience with someone else, you know and then if you're so insecure that you express a little bit of envy, or I'm not sure what the right word is, jealousy about that, then they're like, oh, what? It's not like we're going out, or and that's true. That's true. But that at that moment you remember that it's not really that much fun. I mean, not really. And then, like, if you look at a really good looking person, there's no such a thing. Like, you look at a really good looking person, you get to know them and see them enough. Something's less than perfect about them. Either their body's too long for their legs, or their nose is too long, or their side view just isn't as good looking as, in a way, there's not even such a thing as a really good looking person anyway. So like that moment of the two good looking people is very superficial. You've caught them on a good night, dressed exactly perfect, in the perfect mood, something that's very temporary, and it's just like, it's overrated, so like, quantity is just rarely a good thing. Quality is usually the good thing, you know? So, so it's like everything's a perspective. And so like and there's beauty in everything. So it'd be better to just like to go through life just like I can do it. I can walk down the street and have one person after another walk past me and be able to see the beauty in them and think, wow, and easily be able to see what's so fantastic about that person, and I have to treat myself the same way. Am I fantastic? I hope so, or that's kind of hypocritical. But the same thing goes with like houses and stuff. Like the person with a house kind of envies the person that lives in an RV and drives around in a way. But the person in the RV thought they were going to like it a lot, but after the wear and tear of that lifestyle, they started thinking, wow, maybe I would like to have a house. And so it's just the grass is always greener. If you're playing that kind of a game, it's probably not going to go well. It's better to live in the moment, be thankful for what you have, and be able to see the beauty in everyone and everything. And recognize toxic people and avoid them. Don't be like, oh, everybody's so beautiful that some a toxic person recognizes that you're a beautiful person on the inside, and they're like, oh, I can I can suck out some of that energy and get some narcissistic supply. Like boundaries, cut people off. Some people really aren't very beautiful, but yet you just kind of skip past those and go back to enjoying how beautiful everybody is, how beautiful everything, and how good the moment is. Right now, I should really enjoy that I don't have to work tomorrow. I can sleep in. The weather's really nice. It's summer. Look, I don't even have to wear a coat or anything. There's like that. I don't really like cold weather. I can look on the bright side in cold weather too, but I might as well walk around and just really enjoy it. I do wish I had a dog or a friend, but if I had a dog, they're kind of a pain too. I mean, it just never ends. You might almost no matter what your situation, you might as well just enjoy it for what it is. And remember the grass is always greener, and that it's toxic to turn everything into a competition and be comparing everybody and things like that all the time.